Hey, what's going on, guys? So we'll be taking a look at this red leather loop band for the 42mm Apple Watch. I'm really not sure what company I got this from, honestly. It was a while ago, so I will leave the purchase link in the description once I figure it out, but I'm not so sure about what company sent this to me because it's pretty generic and it doesn't really say anything like on the box or anything. I guess it says Ouluoqi. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say it is, but honestly, like, I'm not really sure. I don't even remember seeing that before. So Ouluoqi is what it says, I guess. So I guess it's an Ouluoqi watch band. But like I said, I'm not sure that's actually accurate, and I'll just leave the purchase link in the description. This watch band is in the color red, as you can hopefully see, and it does come in this packaging here, which is pretty basic and honestly kind of boring. I don't really like this packaging because it's honestly kind of like a pain to put back together and all that. So I guess it does the job. It gets the item to use safely, and that's kind of what packaging is for. So yeah, basically you just kind of take the watch band out of here and then throw the packaging away, which is unfortunate depending on who you're talking to. This is the watch band here, of course. I have had problems with these watch bands in the past being too big. However, that is not the case with this one. If you've seen my other video, I did one on like a navy blue one that's like the exact same style, and that one was just too big and it was really annoying, and I'm very happy that that is not the case with this one. So it is still a little bit odd, however. Like generally when you use a watch band like this, okay, you would kind of put this piece up here. It's always kind of like the smaller piece that goes on the top of the watch. It's just kind of how it works with the sport band, or like the part that receives the other piece, I guess, is just kind of always going on the top, and I believe that's kind of how it works the majority of the time. However, when I use these watch bands, I always put this one on the bottom just because I found it works out better. So we will go ahead and install this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this will go on the bottom for me, at least. You may do it differently, that's up to you. And then this piece will go on the top here, just like you would install your normal watch band. As you can see here, it goes pretty well with the black Apple Watch, in my opinion. I don't think it would look as good with the silver, which is surprising. Normally, watch bands are actually kind of made for the silver, with the space gray version not being focused on as much. As you can see, the little clasp pieces here are silver. However, I still think it looks really, really good with the space gray version, just because the black and red just looks really good in my opinion. So I think this watch band is very attractive. However, it is of course very red, so you kind of have to like focus on what you're wearing and make sure it actually goes with the watch band and all of that. It's not something super generic, but that's just kind of how the color red works, and I'm not sure why I'm telling you that. Anyway, to put the watch band on here, of course, you will have to kind of bring this piece down here like this. I'll zoom out, I guess, and kind of actually show you what I'm doing. So you will kind of bring this piece out here like this, and then put the little piece through the little hole here, and then you will just kind of pull it through, and then it is magnetic, so it'll go like that, and then it clasps on. So as you can see here, you can't really see the end piece here on my wrist. However, if I did it the other way, like with the short piece up top and the long piece at the bottom, this little band here would come around and it would be right about here, and then I would see it, because most people, I don't know how else you would check your watch, you check it from kind of in the inside of your hand. So as you can see, you check it from like your thumb side. So when you go to check your watch, you check it like this, and this way you don't really see the band connector. However, if you have it flipped, then you will see it every time, and I personally think it's less attractive. Arguably other people will see this more, and that I guess could be a bad thing, but I personally just like having it this way because I believe it is the most attractive, and it just like kind of feels and looks the best. However, of course, you can flip it around if you want to, because it's really not that big of a deal either way. As I mentioned, I really do like the look of this band. It would be nice if these pieces here were like a space gray color rather than silver. However, I'm not complaining. The red and black still look pretty good, and yeah, the magnet doesn't seem to be as strong in the kind of end of it here. I don't know if you can see this in any way, but as you can see, like this piece here is not really stuck onto here, which is kind of annoying, because especially if you like get it caught in something, it'll like come undone and it'll just be kind of annoying. I wish there was a stronger magnet in there, but that's probably my only complaint about this, because it all does work pretty well. It is theoretically like a leather, but it doesn't feel like leather. It's more of kind of a rubbery plastic, and that's just kind of the kind of feel you get. It's definitely not as comfortable as something like the sport band, but in my opinion does look better, and it still like stays as secure kind of as the sport band, unless of course you have something catch it or something like that. But the magnet does make it very secure, so I'm not worried about my watch falling off my wrist or anything like that. And even if you're like running or doing sports or anything like that, this watch band will most likely have you covered, because it is pretty secure, and like I said, it's pretty attractive as well, and your sweat won't like ruin the leather or anything like that, because it's kind of a rubbery plastic feel to it, and honestly I wouldn't be worried about using this for sports at all. Like I said, it would be nice if this little silver piece here was space gray, but that's probably one of my very few complaints about this watch band. I will definitely be using this in the future because I think it's pretty cool looking. You may disagree, but of course it's up to you. You can go ahead and purchase your product if you would like to. It is a pretty nice watch band if you're looking for an alternative to Apple Apple's really expensive leather loop bands. And this one is a third-party one. It's about $40, I believe, so a lot less expensive than Apple's, and plus they have more colors and things like that, and I personally think they feel about the same. Apple's are a little more leathery than plasticky, and that's obviously a good thing, but you also pay way more, so personally I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, I guess it's up to you if you would like to purchase this or an Apple one. There's no Apple logo, that's another downside, but still it's a pretty nice watch band. You are able to purchase a product using the link in the description, of course. If you wish to do so, just kind of click the link, and then you of course buy the product, because that is what the purchase link is for. So yeah, if you wish to purchase it, like I said, you can click the link in the description, and yeah, if you would like to like this video, it is always appreciated. However, if you dislike the video, feel free to leave a dislike and kind of comment why you disliked the video, so that I can hopefully improve upon my videos in the future and all of that. If you really enjoyed the video and like to see more videos similar to it, you can feel free to check out my channel and maybe subscribe and do all that good stuff. This has been Jordan for Joe Reviews. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next review.